So, yeah, no doubt. There you go. That works. So, just out with a friend of mine out at the park here. We took our dogs for a walk. A bit of a mandate going on, but figured we'd try and make a bow drill kit with with my custom tracker that I made a few years back. I'm gonna showcase that a little bit. Got had some dry grass and a little bit of inner poplar bark there. I got a process for tinder bundle. Got my stick for a bow. Kind of got a weird bend in it, but yeah. So I'm gonna start processing down this kit, and yeah, we'll go from there. I'm just gonna put you into the gorilla pod, and hopefully you can see the stump. Yeah, we can see the stump. There we go, you can see the stump. There we go, perfect. So, you can use it to process, split it out. Use a natural check in the wood to get through to the center of her. Not bad, we'll see what happens with it. The only thing you can do is try. This might have a better angle here. Yeah. Make the hearth board first. And my buddy Rick's splitting out some kindling over there. Messing around with his tracker I made him years ago. He's literally beat the crap out of his. I'll give you a video footage of that later. Wood feels fairly dry. I'll just stick my fingernails in there. Oh yeah, hardcore knife. Hardcore board, is that what you said? And flatten this out some. Kinda didn't split very nicely, so. Not bad. More of a matter of hewing it out. I'm just talking to the camera. And this stuff. That should be okay. Take it and we'll put a divot in here. You know what? Put the divot in this side. Okay, so that's hearthboard. Almost prepped. Just have to burn it in. Now we need a spindle. Might be a little bit more challenging of a task out of this piece. Mud. Round this out a little bit. on the back being hunched over like that. I wonder if there's a way I can do this. Pretty round. Okay. Now let's go back into some of the hands are cramping up a bit. Sign of old age or something. Not too bad. You got some kindling? Sweet.
Well, stuff that you can make that in here, a couple of things. You can cut it all right down to small shit.
Yeah.
But I cut enough so you can do some feathers.
Yeah. I think we're going to do bow drill today.
Bow drill, okay.
Yeah.
Sideways?
Yeah.
Right. That's a little hard in your fucking knee.
No, not really.
I put it against the table or something.
No.
Save the fucking wings. Can I borrow your little knife?
So we got the point for the spindle end. This will eventually grind itself out. I just got to make a point on the other end. Okay, there's our spindle. A little on the fat side, but I'm a fat guy. So now we're gonna make our bow. Pretty straightforward. What I do on the cordage? Somewhat. So we're going to use hard bank line.
that? Sorry.
Yeah, we're going to use Tard Mariner's bank line for the bowstring, which performs quite a bit better than paracord.
Oh yeah?
In my opinion, yeah, it doesn't slip. Remember how last time we did this, we had so much issues with it slipping?
The white stuff?
Yeah, the paracord that we were using?
Yeah.
That was horrible. Oh, this side is my base, I guess.
That looks good.
Oh yeah, it's because it's twisted.
Yeah.
It really grabs the take that off there just a bit. Not super sharp. I just tie a clove hitch. It's always fun making bow drill videos on video. Always feels like you're just talking to yourself. It's frickin' hilarious.
You don't have to worry about anybody giving you bad credit.
This is very true.
Heck on you.
Oh, you're here. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, I would say. You better than I do. Done stuff like that. Long time. That's the last time we wrote with the boys were fishing.
Yeah, that was about, well, for you, that was what, 6 years ago or so?
Yeah.
That was a lot of years ago already.
There goes my little feather. Look. How's that? I know.
Here, let's show this one. We got to show the viewers this one. Here, pass that over here. Okay, so for all of you guys that have read the SAS Survival Guide, this is the picture that they show for feather sticks in the SAS Survival Guide. So yeah, afterwards we'll do what a real feather stick looks like. I think the concept was in the book, which was kind of cool, but really bad artist. But it works in a pinch.
It's probably too big too.
Oh, usually what happens is it just all burns
It's not a
off,
square
right?
one, eh? It's sort of, you know what I mean?
So when you come around your bow, cut 2 notches so that the cord tends to stay in place. I come flat, around, underneath, so it locks it so it doesn't slip, and back over top with a couple of half hitches. You can use pretty much whatever knots you want on this, and the string doesn't have to be retardedly tight. When I go to load my spindle, I should have to work it into the spindle because that'll take some of a little bit of stretch out of the cord. And then it should have some good tension here. That way she rotates quite easily. As you can see, it's stretched quite a bit already. So now we need something to catch an ember on. I haven't processed the tinder bundle or anything yet, so we're going to do that part in probably part 2. And all we're going to do there just something flat, sits under the board, under the notch. Catch your ember. You can use all kinds of stuff. You can use leaf, whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. So today we're gonna cheat. We're gonna use a bow drill divot on my tractor. I haven't actually used this bow drill divot, so this will be a first time. We'll see how frictionless this is compared to using a chunk of green oak. but this out of the way. Clear the ground section a bit. I think I'm gonna grab my wool blanket. There you go. Just because I got something. Might have to readjust the camera. Hang on. There we go. Sorry about that, fellas. So basically when you're burning in, you a lot of guys will, say cover your blade, which is fine. The tracker sheath comes too high up to, it actually covers a bow drill divot. So I could put the sheath on, but it's going to be cumbersome and be in my way. But because I'm right-handed, I use the bearing block in my left hand. All the cutting edges are away from me. So it shouldn't give me too much of an issue. So we're going to load our spindle. As you can see, that bank line really grabs the board. You want to walk that right tight into your knee. I'm actually going to take my bracelet off. Creates a bit of a pressure point on the wrist. Make sure your pants and stuff aren't in your way too much anyways. Alright. You're just going to start slow. Color looks good. You don't want everything smooth on your spindle end. You want to be able to have some rough edges there to build friction. Kind of not even much in the point at all. Kind of like so. This end can get sharpened up a little bit, knock the shoulders off. That doesn't create extra friction on the sides of the divot. Quarter rounder is really good for rounding stuff over. Now we've got that burned in. So now we have to cut in a notch. This hole will get bigger. You don't want to go all the way through. But for the ease of use, I'm going to use my saw. Silky big boy. I love this thing. It's awesome. An awesome piece of kit. Kind of see if we can wedge this somehow. Yeah, it might be okay. We'll just jam it in here like so. can see it don't take much with a saw. Silky saw is phenomenal. So we've got the divot just almost to the center, but not quite. I'm going to switch knives for a second. And you want to angle this out just a little bit on the bottom, right in here. So it kind of gives it a little bit more, it's a little bit wider at the bottom than it is on the top. And that will allow your coal to form nice and big on the bottom. So we will see if we can get an ember out of this sucker. This is all carved right in front of you. So this is my tinder bundle material. Tease it up a bit. Get some really fine fibers in here. I'm going to make a little pocket for the ember to go in after. Put that up there. And quite a bit of leftovers. So we're going to make it in this pit for fun. Look at all that grass. It's so messy. A lot of guys like to turn this around so that the viewer can see the ember being formed. I don't care to do it that way. Just personal preference. Load the spindle. Get my pant leg out of the way. You want to go slow at first to build up some dust in the bottom of the hole. Build the heat up in the board. Well, not quite. A little bit, not enough dust. Turn the glaze off. Spindle's still a little bit on the hard side. I do actually have a small ember in there, but right now it's so small that it's probably not going to grow enough to grow into an actual ember big enough to make any significant heat. There we go. Whew, out of breath. I'm old. Don't you say it. I'm just going to let that grow. Hope you can see that on camera.